How's everyone doing today? This is Ricardo Walker giving you some more information on the running back class of this year's NFL draft, and we are now on our second to last running back of our 2025 NFL prospects list. Let's get right into it. So, special running back for today is going to be RJ Harvey from UCF. This guy is a fifth year senior, and he really showed that maturity on the field when he played for UCF this past season. He was honestly the vocal point of their offense, and he just showed how that maturity and that extra year really helps a player because he was the leader for their team. And when he was on the field, he was just explosive. And honestly, UCF wasn't that good of a team this year. They were kind of mid, but RJ Harvey really made himself a household name, and that's why he got drafted in the second round of this year's draft. Let's talk about his strengths, weaknesses, and his tape. And now I'm going to give him an NFL comparison. So for his strengths, RJ Harvey is a really shifty guy. He has great elusiveness, great cuts, great vision. He really has very good vision actually. The type of cuts in the box you'll see him make is just amazing. And then he also has very good breakaway speed. He's not the fastest guy. He ran a 4.40 time, but he is really fast when it comes to on-field speed. We're gonna see that in his tape when he gets some of these carries and you just see him outrun some of the guys. But overall, RJ Harvey is a very well-balanced running back. And now let's talk about the things he has to improve on. So, some of the things he can improve on is honestly like his congested play strength. When he gets in the box and he's really in a whole bunch of players around him in a little blob, he kind of gets stuck. He has to keep moving his feet and fight for the extra yards. He's kind of just a one play guy. Like once he's going and he gets stopped, he's stopped. I need him to learn how to keep moving his feet, keep fighting for extra yards. That's just gonna elevate his game more. And then also he gets jump cut happy. And what I mean by that is he kind of tries to cut too much. Sometimes he'll make a cut and he has a wide open lane, and then he cuts again and just messes up the whole play. He ends up getting tackled. So honestly, those are the things he needs to work on. Overall, RJ Harvey is really a good RB, and we're gonna see this right here in his tape. So on his first play, you're gonna see Harvey just get the handoff, and he's gonna get it inside the box, and you're gonna see that DN number 34 miss the tackle, and that just opens up the rest of the field for Harvey. He's gonna do a nice little shimmy cut, juke the defender out. The defender just completely misses, looking like Barry Sanders right there. And then he's just gonna stride his way to the touchdown, reaches for the ball, and that's just an amazing play by Harvey. You see the elusiveness there, and such a beautiful cut by Harvey. Now on the second play, Harvey's just gonna get a simple handoff. This is like as simple as it gets. He gets the handoff. Whole line just opens the sea for him. I mean, like the Red Sea parted. It is wide open. He gets it, explodes like a cannon, gets out of there, and he just scores a nice big explosive touchdown. You just see the breakaway speed from Harvey and how fast he gets upfield. And when he gets going, he's actually pretty fast. He could pick up speed. And that 440 time might not, it might disguise his speed, but he's actually very fast and he's much faster than he looks. Then on this final play, RJ Harvey, we're going to get some of the receiving usage from him. He is actually a very good receiving back. I forgot to mention that as one of his strengths. He can receive the ball, and we're going to see it right here. He goes on this wheel route, and he's wide open. You see that defensive lineman loses him right there. He catches it wide open. And now all he has to do is outrun the Heisman winner, Travis Hunter, which he does. And you're just going to see him use his speed gets ahead of Travis, and Travis almost hawks him down there, but he just wasn't fast enough, and Harvey just finishes the play with the touchdown. You see the receiving and route running from Harvey there. Another great play by Harvey, and that's just some of his tape from the 2024 college season. And from that tape, you could just tell Harvey is a very developed player. He is 24 years old, so he's older than most of the draft prospects that came out of this year's draft. But I kind of think that benefits him because he's more developed, he's more mature, and he just knows more than the younger players in this draft. So it's definitely a pro for him. And for his NFL comparison, I know this is gonna be kind of stereotypical, pretty simple, but it's Bucky Irving. I just see so much comparisons when it comes to these two. They're both quick and shifty. They have nice jump cuts and jukes. And tell me I'm wrong here, but they both have great vision as well. Like they're kind of the same player. Harvey is a little bit huskier, more muscular, but they're both very elusive, and when they're in tight situations, they could just make a nice cut and somehow get out of it. And I just see the comparison between both those players. And now for Harvey's fantasy season and his outlook for this year, I'm not a guy that's really targeting Harvey all that much because, as we all know, the Broncos did pick up J.K. Dobbins, and J.K. Dobbins is looking like the RB1 to start the season. Now, I do think Harvey can carve out a role midway through the season and turn this into a 50-50 split. I don't think there's a world right now where Harvey takes over the backfield this season, and I think you do have to be cautious about that when you're drafting him, or if you're going to draft him. So I'm staying away from Harvey, but for Harvey's outlook, I think he is a low end RB2, high end RB3 for this season. He's definitely a good stash, a nice player to have on your bench. And honestly, you should not start him at all to start the season for the first couple of weeks because J.K. Dobbins is going to be that guy. And we know in Sean Payton's offense, he likes to go with the back that just is more developed and more knowledge of the game. And he does like to use backs that know how to receive and do the screen pass. So he is going to use both of these backs, and I think Harvey's going to fit well in the receiving role. But I just see J.K. Dobbins being the goal line back and the guy that ends up getting more carries. But, like I said, Sean Payton likes to run the ball first to open up the boot and the play action passes for Bo Nix. So I could definitely see a world where R.J. Harvey and J.K. Dobbins both are being used in their respective roles. I see Sean Payton using RJ Harvey in the receiving role and for screen passes and for the outside zone runs. But overall, J.K. Dobbins is going to be the inside guy, the guy getting the tough yards and the goal line carries. So in fantasy football, that's not really what you want to hear because it just sucks when you have a player and they do all the work getting down to the 10-yard line, and then guess what? Other RB finishes it with a touchdown and you're missing those points. But that's just how football goes these days. A lot of NFL teams and coaches want to have two RB sets, two RB committees. They go with these committees, sometimes even three running backs. So it's kind of frustrating from a fantasy standpoint, but that's just how our NFL is built today. And you just got to pick the right running back for your team. So overall, I think Harvey does have a decent amount of upside. Like I said, he's a high-end RB3, low-end RB2 for this fantasy season. Pick him at your own risk. I'm staying away from Harvey, but if you like him, take him. By all means, he's not necessarily a bad pick, but he's just not a guy I'm looking for, as you can find other rookie running backs in the drafts currently. And we all know the NFL is about to start this Thursday. I am hyped for that. And I hope y'all are too. We're going to keep giving out some videos. And after this next video, that's going to be the last one of our NFL draft prospect series. And then we're going to give you guys some draft and some start sit advice. But overall, that's all I have for you guys today. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. And let me know what you guys think about RJ Harvey. I'll be seeing you guys. Peace.